guys, it's Melanie. Happy Monday. So today's video is going to be a little bit different from my traditional beauty type videos. It still, I think, has to do with beauty to a certain extent, and since I have shared my mommy makeover series on my channel, I thought that it would be good to share this little cool sculpting journey as well. So for those of you that are new to my channel and you are not aware, after I had my daughter in 2012, it was really rough on my body. My tummy never recovered. I had a really bad case of diastasis recti, which means that my stomach muscles were, they were essentially permanently separated after I gave birth. They never grew back together the way that they do in a lot of people's cases. So I had to have that surgically repaired, and at the same time I also decided to have a tummy tuck and a breast reduction. The breast reduction was something that I'd wanted to do for years because I had really large boobs, and they were even bigger after I was done breastfeeding my daughter. I know that big boobs are great for some people. They were not great for me. So I decided to do the full mommy makeover, and for me that meant a breast reduction as well as the tummy tuck with the muscle repair. And I shared that journey on my channel, and a lot of you were there for that and saw me struggle with that because the recovery was rough for me personally. But it was worth it. It's been over 3 years now, and it really honestly was one of the best decisions that I made for myself because it really did give me my self-confidence back. It was worth every penny. We were able to pay for the surgery. It is not something that I took out a loan for or anything like that. Everything that I have ever spent money on, I've only purchased things or done things to myself that I can afford to pay for outright, essentially. I don't believe in financing anything beauty related. You know, you either save up for it or you don't do it. You know, that's kind of my mindset when it comes to beauty stuff, because none of the beauty stuff that I talk about on my channel is essential by any stretch of the imagination. These are just things that I want. Wants are different from needs. So, you know, I'm not going to put my financial future at risk for something that I want. So in that same vein, I thought I would go ahead and share what I've decided to do next. This could definitely be perceived as really self-indulgent or not necessary. But it's something that I have been saving for. It's something I've been researching a really long time at this point. It actually took me a long time to fess up to a couple of my girlfriends about wanting to do this, because, you know, I do realize that a lot of people view this stuff as, you know, anything cosmetic or, you know, elective procedure, as like just not necessarily a great thing to do. You know, you could use that money so many other ways. Like, I have had all kinds of comments on my mommy makeover series that I did about what a selfish little twat I was to spend that much money on that surgery. It wasn't necessary. I looked fine before, blah, blah, blah. The comments that I've received on those videos have ranged from just comical to downright mean. But I felt it was important to share the journey because there's a lot of women out there that struggle with their self-confidence. And I feel like that is a really important part of your overall being, is being able to look at yourself and be happy with what you see. Some of you may think that's right. Some of you may think that that's not right. It's important to me. Could that be, you know, could that come across as vanity? I could see totally where somebody would think that. But for me, it's about feeling good about myself, feeling confident. It changes the way that I put myself out there to the world, and that's important to me. It's what's important to me. This might not be important to you, but I want to share my experience because so many people have contacted me through that Mommy Makeover series and have said, thank you for sharing your story. You either inspired me to go ahead and do it, you know, despite the fact that you had a really rough time. And I'm so thankful that I, you know, went through with it. And that has honestly been the best part of sharing that journey. And, you know, maybe this will be the same way. So Coolsculpting is something that I started looking into about 6 to 8 months ago. I have been going to the gym regularly for about 1.5 years now. And I love it. I love going to the gym. I go 6 days a week. I spend an hour lifting weights every time I go, and I spend at least a half hour doing cardio. So I spend an hour and a half at the gym every single day. I try to make good food choices. I'm not on any specific diet. I don't believe in that for myself personally, because I know I don't stick to that. For me, it's all about moderation, eating good, healthy foods that I love to eat, but just being mindful of how much I'm consuming and not over consuming. And so in that time that I've been going to the gym, everything on me has trimmed down. And it's been amazing to watch my body change, and I'm so happy with where my body is getting, and I'm excited, and I love everything that I'm seeing. The one area though, where my body is not changing is my inner thigh area. And I will insert pictures that I took actually in a dressing room just a couple days ago at the end of this video so you can see what I'm talking about. But my inner thigh area is not shrinking. I do a lot of like focus work on that area, and I have for a very long time, and it's just not budging. So I have decided to go back to the plastic surgeon that did my Mommy Makeover surgery, and I'm going to have her do 2 rounds of Coolsculpting on my inner thighs. Now, Coolsculpting, if you are new to this whole idea, just to put it in like the most basic terms, is there's a machine. It sucks up your excess subcutaneous fat into this little cup. It freezes it, and over the next several months, those fat cells die, and they are excreted through your liver and your kidneys. So you're peeing and you're sweating out this fat that basically died inside of your body. Now, the thing to know about Coolsculpting is it is not a weight loss procedure. This is not something that you are going to be able to do all over your body and get the same results as, say, liposuction. You really need to be basically near your goal weight with just a stubborn area that refuses to budge. That is the best type of candidate for this procedure. You cannot be 30, 40, 50, 100 pounds overweight and expect for Coolsculpting to work for you. It's not going to, and any reputable plastic surgeon's office or med spa or wherever it is that you go will tell you that. Coolsculpting works on it does not work on visceral fat. So visceral fat is the fat that is basically below your muscle. It works on the subcutaneous fat. So the fat pad that you might feel like on your tummy area, or like your saddlebag area, or in my case, my inner thigh area. It's going to work on that fat. It will not work to help you lose weight. You're not going to lose weight from this. You are going to lose about 20 to 25% of the fat in that stubborn area. So some of you might say 20 to 25%, like that's not a lot. And it isn't, which is why I decided to have 2 treatments. So my hope is that the combination of the 2 treatments, where we're going to move the applicator just slightly over for the second treatment, that will help with enough debulking to where I get the results that I really want for my inner thigh area. Now, I'm not going for a thigh gap, just in case you guys are like, is that what no, this is not why I'm doing it. I do not expect to be able to see the sunshine through my thighs. I don't. I'm not built that way to start with. If I actually look at Stella, who is super skinny for her age, girlfriend needs to eat some more food, but she's really thin. But Stella, at the age of 5, does not have a thigh gap. Like, she's built like her mother. And by the way, I am built like a tank. I am not dainty by any stretch of the imagination. I am a classic, like, brick house German type of woman. I am muscle more than anything else. I am not petite. My calves are like the size of a linebacker. I joke all the time. I really am more muscle than anything else. And I do not think it would even look right for me to have a gap in my thighs with the way that I'm built. So that's not what I'm going for. What I'm going for is to have a reduction in the amount of friction that I have on my inner thigh area when I am walking or when I'm working out at the gym. It is so annoying to me that my thighs rub together the amount that they do, because it not only wears out the insides of all of my pants in that area, but during the summer, if I'm wearing dresses or shorts, I will get like that chub rub or rash on my inner thighs because they just are like, and there's just that fat there that is just really plump. It needs to go away. And like I said, I've been working out like a beast. I'm really proud of the amount that I have been working out. I put a ton of work into working out. I'm very good about the food that I eat. Like I said, I'm not on any specific diet. Could I go on some kind of crash diet? Could I go on like an Herbalife or an Isogenics or whatever and probably drop like 20 pounds? Probably, but let me tell you, it's not going to drop from my inner thigh area because it never does. It just doesn't move from that area. And when I went for my consultation with my plastic surgeon, whose office I trust so much, they took such good care of me during my mommy makeover. They're absolutely incredible. I love my doctor. I love her staff. And they were very upfront with me about the fact that that is a stubborn area for a lot of women, and you can diet and you can exercise and you can do any number of things, but you might lose weight everywhere else, but it's probably not going to come off from that area. It is just an area that is just protected fat. Your body likes it. It's not going to let it go. And that is absolutely what I have found for myself personally. My body does not want to let it go. So I'm going to make it. I've decided to do this. So my first treatment is actually today, probably while some of you guys are watching this video. I will probably be snapping a little bit about it. So if you don't follow me on Snapchat, add me. The information's in the description. So I'll just kind of try to snap a little bit about the procedure while it's happening. I will be doing update videos for you guys, and I will be telling you everything, in terms of what it felt like. In my first update video, I will share hopefully some pictures about where I'm at that point. But truthfully, another thing to know about Coolsculpting is that you're not going to see results immediately. This takes a couple of months to actually be able to see the results. I'm hoping that by the middle of summer, I will have the results that I'm going to have from the procedure. For most people, Coolsculpting absolutely works, but there have been some people in the past who have had the procedure who maybe weren't good candidates, and Coolsculpting did not work for them. That's a risk that you have to take, which is why I would really recommend going to a reputable plastic surgeon or med spa and just getting a consultation, talking to them about what you want the outcomes to be. And, you know, you have to trust that they're going to be very truthful with you about what is doable for your body. Once again, don't go in there if you are overweight and expect to lose a bunch of weight for this procedure. Maybe liposuction would be a better option for you, although I still would recommend working out and losing the weight first. You have to do that. It's crucial, because basically, if you're not going to change your lifestyle, either with your food and exercise, and hopefully both together, then you can have all the work done that you want, but it's not going to make a difference, because you're just going to gain the weight back. You have to change your mindset. You have to change the way that you do things first. So change your habits before you spend thousands of dollars on these different procedures to help you debulk certain areas. That's really my biggest piece of advice for you. If you're going to go have a mommy makeover, lose the weight first, because you're not going to like the way that the results look if you're still overweight at the end of it. Yeah, your tummy might be flat and you may not have that excess skin, but you're still going to be plump everywhere else, and you're going to be disappointed. And then as you lose more weight, you know, those results are going to change. You know, your skin could contract again, and then you're left with loose skin once again. So just know that lifestyle changes are really more important than anything else. The procedures are just to help you sort of they're the last step in helping you get to that final result. So this is what Coolsculpting is doing for me. I don't have any intentions of doing it anywhere else on my body. There is another system that I'm going to be sharing with you guys here in a couple of weeks that is an at-home Coolsculpting system that I am trying for another part of my body. Look for that video in probably about a week and a half. I don't want to get into it too much now, because I want this video to be about the actual Coolsculpting procedure. So my advice to you, if you're thinking about starting to research this, is one, find a reputable office to have this done at. There are a lot of places in the area that I live that will do the Coolsculpting for less than what my plastic surgeon's office does it for. But do I trust any of those other places? No. I mean, if you're gonna go in there and tell them like, oh, well, so-and-so's office is doing it for this, can you beat that price? And they're like, heck yeah. Like, that just doesn't seem right to me when it comes to a big thing like this. Like, I don't know. I think you get what you pay for when it comes to cosmetic procedures. And some of you may disagree with me on that, but I mean, I did not go with the cheapest option for my mommy makeover. I went with who I thought was the best fit for me. Was she the cheapest? Nope. Could we have probably saved $1,000, $2,000 by going with someone else? Probably. Would I have been happy with my results? I don't know. I mean, I wasn't confident in the other surgeons that I talked to. I was confident in my surgeon. When I decided to go with her, I was like, that lady knows what she's doing. I saw her before and afters, and I was like, that is what I want. That is what I want to look like afterwards. Some of these other ones, I was like, what is wrong with those boobs? Like, why would you even like display that as your work, you know? So I just be very careful about where you go. Please just do your research. That's my biggest piece of advice. But anyway, that is what I wanted to share for my intro part of this video. More information about pricing and how it works exactly will come in some follow-up videos. Like I said, we're not going to see the full results until summer, so this is going to be an ongoing video series for me. Please feel free to leave me any questions down below in the comments section if you have them. I'm more than happy to answer them. You know, I can, as I go back for my second treatment, maybe take a list of questions with me to ask the nurses who administer the Coolsculpting at my plastic surgeon's office. I can ask them some questions if I can't answer the questions for you. So, yeah, just feel free to leave any questions, and hopefully you guys are excited to see what happens with this. I know that I'm very curious myself, and I just hope that by summertime I don't have to deal with this annoying chub rub anymore. It's just getting kind of old at this point in life. I'm 38 and I'm just over it. I mean, I've had this. I was a lot thinner in my 20s and I still had this issue in that area. So, you know, I might weigh a little bit more now than I did in my 20s, but it's still the exact same annoying issue, and I'm just gonna do something about it. And it's non-invasive, and from what I've seen, it's mostly painless, and there's no needles, there's no downtime, and that's important to me. So anyway, let me know if you guys have questions. Thank you so much for joining, and yeah, I'm excited. So I'll be updating you guys on Snapchat, so be sure to follow me there.